Good evening everyone and welcome to Live at Bird TV. Well, obviously today we're going to be really getting the usual match day bug that we get. So for Crystal Palace you can join me later for lineups, stuff included that comes with match day. But I just want to do a very short video here to tell a true incredible story that I heard today on Talk Sport, and it absolutely blew me away. And it goes back to when we had George Gillett and Tom Hicks before John Henry and FSG saved us. I would just love to ask a question to everybody watching this video now. Would you do what these Union Berlin fans did, which is absolutely amazing? I mean, I'm a big fan of German football. I love the fact that the clubs are owned by supporters. Unlike obviously Red Bull Leipzig, that's why they're hated. But also the fact you get free travel on trains if you go into a match, as long as you've got your match ticket. It gets you on transport for free. They can have a beer in their seat. German football really is something fantastic to be a part of it. So it's a bit amazing, because I was going to go to the Allianz Arena a few years ago. Me and the ex-wife were going to go. We were going to go to watch a Bayern Munich game and stay in a hotel over there for 2 or 3 days. And what happened was we got a move coming up that we had to do first, so we ended up not going. And it's one thing I want to do before I'm 40, which is in the next year and a bit, a year and a month. I want to go and see a game in Germany. Anyway, I'm just going to read out this story and let me know what you think about it. And it's Union Berlin's most amazing story of how they saved the club. And if you look at the image above me here, you can actually see a heart, and it actually stands for Bleed for the Union. And I absolutely love this. Just listen to this story I'm going to read out. It's an incredible story. So just bear with me 2 seconds. It's just loading now. So here we are. Union Berlin, the German fans who bleed for their club. So here we go. The fans even don't... Right, so they said... the words of German football journalist Jacob Sweetman reflect the sacrifices that Union Berlin fans have made during their club's journey towards a piece of history. They're actually doing really well at the moment in the Bundesliga. And we actually sold them Taiwo Omyi, who Forest went and bought for like 15 million. But it says here, in May they may become the first club from East Berlin to reach the Bundesliga on Saturday. This is an old story I'm reading. They are there now. On Saturday, they will meet their neighbours Hertha from the west of the city. Never before has there been a Bundesliga fixture between East and West Berlin. Indeed, right, I'm just skipping that bit here, but Berlin is split. Right, the club belongs to the fans. Without the fans, this club is nothing, Sweetman told Football Focus. Union play at the Stadion Ender Elfesteri in the eastern neighbourhood of Copenhagen. The ground, which is terracing on 3 sides, holds 22,000. The club risked losing their licence in 2008 when those terraces were crumbling, but 2,500 fans volunteered to rebuild the stadium. This is incredible. I didn't actually even know this. I was actually going to get to the story of giving blood. But the club risked losing their licence in 2008, and those on the terraces, 2,500 of their own fans volunteered to rebuild the stadium and put in 140,000 hours of work between them. Voluntary to build the stadium themselves. That's incredible. They bought themselves back from the brink and rebuilt their own stadium, Sweetman added. You can feel that when you go there, it belongs to them, not to anyone else. He said that at a friendly against Hertha, fans who worked on the stadium were red builders' hats, and that was not a dry. There was not a dry eye in the house. So all the fans that built that stadium all wore red hard hats to show that they was one of the people that did it. So it says here, there has been periods in history where the club has been on the brink of bankruptcy, said Sweetman, noting how fans gave the money they received for blood donations to keep the club alive. Now in Germany, you can actually get paid to give your own blood. So when they were going to go bankrupt, similar to what could have happened to us under Hicks and Gillette, the fans, not only just after building the stadium, 2,500 of them built the stadium with 140,000 hours of free labour, right? They then went and got blood taken and then put every penny from that towards saving the club. And it is something it blew me away hearing this story today on TalkSport, that I just had to do a little video for it. So, and the reason why I've done the video for it is because that's what I class myself as a Liverpool fan. If Liverpool, and I've done it, Liverpool asked me to work for them, I'd work for them. If Liverpool asked me to volunteer for them, I'd volunteer for them. I've done both. But if I had to give my blood, right, to save Liverpool Football Club, then you can take it out of both arms. You can take it out of any arm. You take it out of my leg. You can do anything. So I just want your thoughts on this incredible story of Union Berlin, and I'm actually rooting for them now. You know, they're playing red and white. They've got a sort of cop-like image, and they are now my favourite team in Germany, along with Dortmund. But I've got a big soft spot for them now because, I mean, a stadium that is built by your own hands. Can you imagine being one of their fans and you're in the terraces and you know that you built the stand you stood in with your own bare hands? And by the way, labouring, I've done it myself, is hard work. Building work's tough. And to do it for free, that is a story that I find absolutely incredible. So it's just a short story. And let me know your feedback in the comments. But I'll be back later for Crystal Palace versus Liverpool. You'll never walk alone.